the beat.
Y'all ready to talk to the queen? Check me out. You can call me queen. What? Everybody pay attention because you're talking to me. Y'all ready to talk to the queen? Say that again. Talk your shit, queen. I know you lying. Sheesh. Everybody pay attention because you're talking to me. You can call me queen. Talk your shit, queen.
That's Dom on the beat.
Hey, everybody out there. I know you're wondering why you don't see my face. I had a bit of a different kind of day today. So you guys will be hearing from me instead of seeing me today. I had a minor accident that's preventing me to get on live. But I do have my crewmates here who would definitely help me to continue the groove and help me to continue to get things popping and have fun on tonight. Joining me from my crew, guys, is K Marie. Give it up for K Marie, y'all. Woohoo! And newly added to the crew, give it up for my boy Griff, y'all.
Greetings.
Hey. Good to see y'all.
Hey, same. Well, it's good to hear you.
Yeah, right. At least we can hear me today.
Yeah.
I'm just in a lot of pain. Had a little boo-boo today. And I'm just leaving. Well, let me not say just leaving, but I had to visit my my healthcare professional friends today to make sure that I get the little boo-boo looked at and everything. And while it is definitely much better, and although I am much better, I am still in a lot of pain.
Well, thank God for them, because if we ain't
I
have
know.
them, oh my. Yeah.
I know, it had me really scared. Like, oh my
Hopefully
God.
we get speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure of that. Not
Right.
to mention that I have Dr. Drake and Dr. Roman.
Word.
Definitely gonna take care of me. So how's y'all day going?
Pretty good. Pretty
Pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Can't complain.
That's good. I'm glad y'all ain't having long days like I had today.
Well, I thought I was gonna have to catch you later too, because being where I'm at, I gotta shoe off the
Uh-oh, freezing up.
I was about to say it froze.
Or is it me freezing up? Oh, okay.
No, his froze. It's all good. I'm sure he's gonna.
When I was logging on this month, it skipped on me.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe not.
Look, I saw the little thing swirling. He trying to get it together.
yeah. I probably just went out momentarily, but I'm here.
Oh, cool. So to get an icebreaker going, we're gonna ask some date night questions.
Ooh, okay. I'm all for the
Look,
questions.
I didn't even do that. Huh?
I say I'm all for the questions.
That's what I'm talking about. The questions definitely get everything popping, like especially the date night questions. Like
Yes.
they be having some little good ones. Y'all, I can't even open the box.
So which
Kevin.
set of cards are these from?
Tonight's conversations.
My favorite. Okay.
Yeah, I follow their pod also.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like their dialogue back and forth.
Yeah.
So let's get it popping. All right. So our icebreaker question today is, do you consider flirting while in a relationship cheating? Why or why not?
It's not necessarily cheating, but I feel like it's a form of disrespect if you with somebody.
Say that. I totally agree that it's very disrespectful, but continue.
Yeah, I
But
mean
you don't
that's
think that
kind of
is
where I'm
cheating?
with that.
I think that that's cheating Eve. Like it's the prelude to cheating. You know,
It's
it's
a
like the
segue.
day before the actual cheating begin. Yes.
Yeah,
What
I
you
can definitely agree with that.
yeah. What you say, K Marie? Do you consider
No,
flirting while in a relationship cheating? Why or not?
um I definitely agree with Griff is saying too. It's not cheating in the physical sense, but it is definitely disrespect because you wouldn't want, that to happen to you. But I can say this, flirting sometimes turn to conversation, sometimes turn to confession, sometimes turn to emotional support, then leads to cheating. So
Mm.
like you say, it's the Eve and the yeah.
Mhm.
It leads to it. So it's all that into one.
Yeah, all of that into one. I definitely agree.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
let's try one more. What is your ultimate deal breaker in a relationship?
Mm.
What is your
I answered
absolutely
that.
like, okay, I'm out?
I answered that one already in another question in another
Oh yeah, you did
podcast.
in another podcast.
If I
Go
find
ahead.
out that you getting ass, if I find out you gay, that's a deal breaker. Definitely, if I find out that you my sister or my cousin, like that's a no. I don't go behind family members. So
That's right.
so, yeah.
Mm.
But if I find out that you doing the bending or you bending over, like nah, buddy, we gonna cut this short.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
over with. What'd you
That's
say,
kind
Griff?
of
What's
like
your
kind of the same way. I could like somebody, but I think the deal breaker would be if you like. I guess if you like kind of dealt with somebody that was like real close to me, and I feel like the deal breaker is like I don't know, like like if we might be upset, like, and you feel like you got to put your hands on me, that's
oh
I'm
no.
not with that. That's just because I've had like experiences with that where things then went too left because emotions then got riled up and people start getting physical. So like really with that, I'm good on that. If you feel like you need to, you gotta,
Strike me, right.
yeah, yeah,
Don't hit me.
trust you good because I that's not how I
Right.
operate. I don't need to put my hands on you for you to feel.
Yeah.
Right. You could feel me
Definitely.
without feeling me.
Right. We agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't hit me.
Yeah,
Uh, and you know what? It's crazy because when people are triggered, like they never know what. I'm sorry, not they never know, but you never know how far they're willing to go when they're triggered. You know,
mhm.
Yeah.
some people when
You
they're
can't,
already there, like they at a point of no
you
return.
can
Say it
barely
again.
think. You can barely think straight when you're that angry.
That's true.
Right.
Cause it's like tunnel vision thing. It's like you just focused on what's driving you at the moment.
No, that's very true.
So you can like probably be composed on a regular, but you could get like another version of yourself or somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Within
that's
that anger.
yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree on that one. I would say another deal breaker for me, if I find out that you are not taking care of your children or being there, being a good support system for your children's mom, that's a deal breaker for me. And I think it's a deal breaker
Mm-hmm.
because I've been in that situation before, being a single mom, not having the support of the my children's father. So why would I put myself in a relationship like that? So
Right.
that
And
that is
you know what else? For me, I mean, cheating is like the ultimate, deal breaker for me.
mhm.
However, an additional ultimate deal breaker is if someone is being very ugly to my children
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
That's
or trying
real deal. That's enough to get
Oh
you.
yeah.
You
to
know
get
what
you
I'm
put
saying?
up. Yeah, like don't do that. Do not do
Yeah,
that.
nah, buddy.
That's the quickest way for me to be like, nah. Like that's make a phone call kind of stuff. Like,
Hmm.
hey, where y'all at? Y'all need to come get this
Please don't
dude.
play with my princess, cause
Yeah. Yes, that's definitely a deal breaker for me because also children, they're innocent, yeah, but a lot of people, they be so into the relationship that they don't consider how the child is being, you know, treated or, cared for. Because
hmm
on one hand, in front of me, you could be one way with my boys and then totally different when I'm not there. And I
right,
always teach my boys, never be afraid to tell me the truth. Like, just be straight up with me about it, no matter what. If you think you're gonna get in trouble, whatever. And especially when it comes down to that, man, no, I will leave your ass so quick because at the end of the day, I gotta be a part of their life.
You're right.
hmm
You know what I
Right.
mean? I want to go to the comments, y'all. Hey, Janique. Janique said that she agrees with you, K Marie. She said, absolutely, being a deadbeat, or if I find out you're mistreating my kids, yes. So that's what I was saying. It's like,
Yeah.
that's kind of like a catch-22, man, because sometimes people will manipulate the children just to get to you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they'll be all nice and cool and stuff, just as a means to get you to be like, oh yeah, see, I'm a kid person and stuff. But the kids know. The kid is something about children, like even little babies, like if they cry every time you go to pick them up,
Yeah.
it's something about your spirit, man. Like they be seeing and feeling different stuff that we can't see and feel. So that
It's
would
true.
be that's the ultimate deal breaker for me. Like, do not play with my princes because guess what? The mama bear, I spare nothing when it comes down to them. Like, nope, don't do it.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get hurricane down. It's over with. All right. So one last I know that's funny. All right, one last thing before we get into our main topic. All right. How important is alone time for you? And could you be in a relationship with someone who is the complete opposite of you when it comes down to this?
Wait, ask it again.
How important is alone time for you?
Oh,
And
a
could
long
you
time.
yeah, alone time. Like, we like to slap the self-care on it, but sometimes you just want to be by yourself. It doesn't I may not necessarily want to be out and about somewhere or doing something specifically for me, like getting pretty or getting, pedicures or whatever. I might just want to be in my own little bubble. Like,
right.
how important
And what's the
is
second
that?
half of the question?
And the sub question is, could you be in a relationship with someone who is the complete opposite when it comes down to this? Meaning that they
Mm.
are not sticklers for a long time and they don't necessarily, you know, respect your take on alone time.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and answer that. I like my alone time. I need to be by myself basically to, recoup, reboot, because I know how if I get to a certain level and I need to go walking or I need to go work out, I need to get my mind right again. So it's good to be with someone who's opposite than what you are because you have to learn their ways. It wouldn't be fair for you to end up with someone and you want them to only adapt to you. You got to adapt to them too. But I would definitely put it out there like, look, man, like give me some time. give me like an hour to myself. I'm gonna give you your hour because I know you need your time with your boys. Like I don't know if I will, although I would love to be under my significant other a lot, but we all need space. Like
Right.
Yeah.
you cannot spend that time. That's like being, oh my God, it like during COVID, when that's how these people really found out that they could not be together. They were stuck in the house
Oh
all
yeah,
this
that's
time.
true.
Yeah, they were stuck in the house all this time, and they're like, man, I don't like you. Like,
Man,
why
listen,
did I?
my
So
own children was driving me crazy trying to get
yeah,
ideas to keep them entertained. Like, man, no.
yes, yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, to answer that question, I would definitely have to stress like I do need some me time just for a little bit, and let me get the day to myself, and I'll at night then we can get back and let's do something. But I'm gonna need him to respect that.
Mm. Yeah,
Right.
I
What you
think
say,
I'm
Griff?
I'm kind of the same way because I definitely need my space at times. And I definitely I could deal with somebody that was the opposite of that. That wouldn't really be too much of a problem. But like I guess we would have to have some type of understanding. Though, like
Hmm.
sometimes I just don't want to hear another voice. You know what I'm saying?
There
Like
we
and
go.
sometimes I just need that
LOL.
even if it's 10, 15 minutes, like just
Hell
let
yeah.
me have that. Let me have that right quick to myself so I can, like you said, recoup, reset, and maybe like analyze a few things that might have been pestering me throughout the day. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I mean, I could deal with somebody, but it would just like I said, it would have to be that understanding because I know just like I feel like I need my alone time. I know you do too, and I know you
Right.
don't need to like
Hell yeah.
innovate that. You know what I'm saying? When you just need your little quiet time.
Mm-hmm. Now you know what? It wasn't until I got older that I realized how much I actually needed that alone time to just
Mhm.
not have to
Yes.
satisfy anybody else but me. Like,
Yeah.
and a
That
part
is
of
so
my
true.
satisfaction now is not saying a word. Listen, I sing and talk all day long. Sometimes I just do not want to talk. Like the hardest person to
Yeah.
convince about that is my mom because a lot of times she will call and I literally have to say, nothing's wrong, but I just don't feel like talking. And then that's when a whole bunch of questions come. Well, why you
Mhm.
what happened today? What's going on? Because, most people know me as, a people person, I like to talk. I like to engage with people. I like to, have fun. And, I'm more than likely the person to strike up a conversation. However, my alone time, I just sit
Yeah.
in silence. And I don't mean Drew Hill, okay? I sit in silence. I
Oh
don't
my
want to talk to
gosh.
anybody. Like I have had friends to reach out like, yo, you good? Like, what's up? Like, I
But
am
I think
perfectly
people don't
fine.
realize that you sitting by yourself is beneficial for you and that person, because
Yeah.
it's not only going to help you learning to express yourself, thinking on
Mhm.
your thoughts, but a lot of times, you have to separate. Not separating is a bad thing, but have some space between you guys, because you're going to have to talk with your boys. I'm going to talk with my girls and get opinions on things, or see what I should have done better in situations. You can't
Mhm.
always sit in front of my face and I be like, man, that's pissing me off, and I'll tell my girls that, and they'll be like, well, maybe think of it this way. Maybe he's trying to do this, or maybe you should do this. So you can't always give me the answer that I'm looking for.
Mhm.
So, it's good for us to get advice and opinions and, different
And
road.
it's good to just be okay in your own space. Like
Yeah.
I'm now that I started getting it, like I didn't realize the importance of it until I started getting it. I should have said it like that. Like once I started
Mhm.
having alone time, then I realized how much it was essential to me. Like,
Mhm.
at first my life was always centered around the children. When
Yeah.
when I was in a marriage, my life was centered around being a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was about who I was to everybody else. But the moment that I began to just have my own time and just only have to satisfy myself, that for me was like the most tranquil thing ever. And once I had it, I could not have it ever again. So I can't
Yeah.
see myself being in a relationship with someone who wouldn't be okay with me just having that time alone.
Yeah. Yep.
Now that's not a deal breaker, but I wouldn't I wouldn't give that up is what I'm trying to communicate. Like,
Yeah.
no. Just don't give me an ultimatum, baby, because I gotta choose me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna need my space, but I want us to work through this, right?
So how often should you choose you?
And again, like,
Oh, that's a good question. You heard what she said, Griff?
what's that?
She said, "How often should you choose you?"
Ooh.
See?
uh,
Because
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
asking.
I would say as I don't know like a percentage, but I think you should definitely try to make some time for yourself. You shouldn't be totally exhausted with giving up your time to other people to please them, and like you're neglecting yourself, like we were talking about last week. Like, just as a man, like, sometimes we do just need to I need to take care of me. But in this case, this goes for, like, everybody. Like, yes,
Yeah.
you definitely need to choose yourself sometimes and just be like, you know what, I'm not putting you on the back burner, but like I kind of am, but like I'm just choosing
Mhm.
me at the moment. But
But
that's
how
very,
often though? How often?
mm, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that's as often as you can. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
would
fair.
say as often as you can, as you feel like is healthy for you. Because I know, like
That's
people
key.
still know, even with some people know that they need to probably take care of themselves more, they're still giving.
Mhm.
So, like, that's why I say it like that, like as often as you can, because I don't. You should always, in the majority. I would say the majority, but like if you have
Mhm.
others that are dependent on you, that's a different story. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. But even with having, people who are depending on you, you still need that time. And you know that time. So that's why I was saying that that's key that you said that you should operate in a manner that whatever is most healthy for you, because you know when you get into that breaking point and you need to,
Yeah.
reset and
Right.
everything. So yeah, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
You should At first, I was gonna say you should always choose you, but then I had to think about the fact that you do have people who are dependent on you, little people, jobs, whatever. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Where you don't have the capacity to say no, right? Or the capacity
Right.
to choose what you need, over what's happening in the moment, and that's
Right.
okay too.
But I will say this: like you definitely like. But at the same time, I agree, because you should definitely, most of the time you should probably choose yourself, because you have to live in your head.
You have to live in your head. That's important. And you know what? The season that I am in my life now, I'm learning to pull back. The person that I am, I always over exceed whatever the expectation is. I'm the first one to arrive at work, usually the last one to leave. I'm putting out the most things and so on, doing performances and this and that. And it's just, you know, people kind of look past all of that. And then I had to ask myself, like, are you doing it for people, or are you, like, what are you really trying to accomplish with this? And I just had to scale back, because my biggest thing is I don't want to push myself to the limit every time and be burnt out by the time I make it to 40 and so on. Like I still have a
Me
whole
too.
nother life to live at that point.
I stopped saying yes to everything a long time ago because how we were raised to respect our elders. Always say yes,
I always say
you
yes.
gotta do for them. So when it came to a point of me raising my children and I realized that I was giving myself to everyone else except myself and helping and raising my children, I said, hell no. My answer to a lot of stuff is no, I can't do it. And I'm thinking if it's not bettering me, if it's not making me happy, then that answer is no. Now, mind you, I do have to sit back and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I haven't done this in a while. So that answer would be yes. But 99% of the time, it's a no for me. No, I'm not going. No, thank you. I don't need it. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have it. Or oh no, I can't go. I'm not going in that direction. No,
Right. And
because
that's
if you continue
important.
to say yes, those people will milk off of you for as long as they can.
Mhm.
No.
But that's how our brains are wired to take as long as you giving. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So you giving all of this of yourself, I'm gonna take it because you here. You made
Yep.
yourself available. But and that's why I was saying that I had to scale back. Like I had to work within my limits. I still had to consider my family first. How is this gonna affect the boys, me being away from them this long? How are they gonna react? How would that affect them and so on? Like what would that do to my overall mental capacity if I'm just giving everything every
Right.
single time, you know? I want to go to the comments, y'all. Janique said, "You can't give from an empty cup."
So
That
true.
is so
Yeah.
true.
So true.
That is
Yep.
very true. And I learned that the hard way, like the hard way. I've always been so, and I don't know, like y'all tell me if y'all been guilty of this before. I've always been so afraid of losing what I have that I overdo it to be able to keep it. And what I'm
Um,
learning in this season is that if it's for you to have, like
mhm.
you're gonna have it. And if it's for you to lose it, it's over with. No
It
matter
wasn't
how
meant for
much
you.
you wear
Mhm.
yourself out, is not meant. And the blessings that God give to you, you don't have to wear yourself out to be noticed in the
So
position that
true.
God gave you or in the
So
gift
true.
that God has given to you. You know what I'm saying? Like he set you up for greatness because he gave it to you. So you kind of have to move in that thought process. And that's where
So
I am
true.
now. And when I say it's been really helping me to have a breath of fresh air, like just
Mhm.
literally, it's a load off of my back. Now, am I still doing a lot? Yes. But am I doing as much? No. No, no,
Nah.
no.
You
I
gotta
am
take
not.
it
What
down.
you say, girl?
Sometimes you gotta take it down a notch, like you
You
said.
got that's right. And
Boy.
you know what? Taking it down a notch is not awful. It has its perks.
Mm-hmm.
When can we say less is more?
Yeah.
Yes.
Less is more.
Mm.
Um all right, y'all. Joining us also is my boy King Don. He made it
Yo.
in
Uh,
here.
Yay.
There he
Oh, what you thought? Oh,
is.
you thought I wasn't coming?
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's why wait. He gonna show up or what?
Oh man,
Yeah.
facts. I'm here,
Look,
man.
K Marie say, "Man, King Don coming." I was like, "Yeah, he gonna hop on there as soon as
Fa-
he get in from work. I already know the drill."
Yeah, man, I had to tighten up, man. It's just so happened I had got off like when the podcast started. So, I had to
Mhm.
tighten up. I can't get on here all funky and shit.
Man, we can't smell you through the phone, bro. But I understand.
I hope I wish you would though. I ain't gonna lie.
That is so funny. Look,
What's up? How you
we
doing though? You good though?
a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all after we end the broadcast. I'm gonna actually put my camera on so y'all can see the damage. But
I don't
it
want to see.
was
I don't want to see.
Yeah, me
it.
either, man. I'm just
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
be
trying to see if you
listen.
all right. Don't crash. don't pass that injury over here. Nuh-uh.
No,
I mean,
it's not contagious. It's an injury. That's funny. Don't pass that injury over here, man. Y'all, my brothers, man. Y'all supposed to be like, man, sis, what you need me to do? Come on, let me
That's what I'm
kiss
about
it
to
for
say.
you. It's gonna be all right.
Kind of.
Oh yeah, facts.
Kind of want to see it.
Yeah,
What you
yeah.
said?
It's not opening.
Kind of want to see what happened to Kyle.
Hey,
So
she gonna call us with that one. She gonna call
yeah.
don't call.
It's not like a shielded story, but long story short, every morning before school, Drake likes to make my coffee for me. Like that's a part of his, job that he
Yeah.
does. He refills the water bottles and he makes my coffee in the morning. Well, when he went to open the cabinet, a bowl fell out of the cabinet onto the counter and it basically crashed, right? So I wouldn't allow him to touch it. I'm like, let me do it. So I got up and I picked up all the pieces and I put it in a bag, tied the bag up. I threw it in the trash bag. Well, we still getting dressed for school and everything else. I went to go throw something else in the trash bag, not realizing that the bowl had cut through the bag that I put it in. And when I put my hand in the trash, it gashed my finger. Cut it open.
So he probably
So
would have did better. Like,
yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm looking at the glass half full. I could have, it could have
ooh,
been him who cut his hand, and then I would have felt even more worse. But let me tell you what's crazy. Like I wrapped my hand, like my first thought was to, get it to stop bleeding. So I wrapped my hand and I went on to school. But something kept like bothering me all day, like change the bandage, change the bandage. When I stopped by the nurse's station to change it and everything, we had to cut it from off of my hand because I had two band-aids wrapped on top and they kind of got stuck to each other. Well, when I took the wrapping off of it, we can see how deep the cut was, and the nurse was like, "No, I'm calling urgent care. You definitely need to get that stitched up." So, long story short, they had to glue my shit back together, like literally, and they had to put stitching. It's some kind of tape that they put on it, and then they put a stent on it and then wrap my hand tight. So basically, they told me that I cannot get it wet. I can't play the piano for at least a whole week. But still looking at it from a glass half full, it could have been a month. I could have lost my hand. So or I could have just lost my whole finger, right? But
and Drake know how to play the piano too. So I'm
and
talking.
he,
So you all right? You good?
and he knows how to play it too. But that was just such a huge disappointment. Like, that just go to show you my mind is so geared to, get to work. That was my first thought, not get help, because I just thought it was just bleeding because I actually cut it, not because it was a deep cut, but like you can see all the fat inside my finger. Like that's how
All right,
deep it
that's
was.
one of the questions.
Oh, okay. All right. Go on to the
Look at what
comments.
y'all was talking about before I came on. Look at that.
I'm gonna tell you. Lean said, "It sounds like you need a nurse." Hey, friend, I do need a nurse. I'm calling you after this so I can show you all the pictures and let you know how they had me look sounding like a little kid. And they're like, they was like, "Who is that yelling?" I said, "Y'all, I'm sorry." Then what make it worse? We had Spirit Week at the school, so we were all dressed like a pirate. So imagine me showing up at this place dressed up like a pirate with a patch and some log stocks and all that. Yeah. And Nick said, damn. Yeah, it was pretty rough, but I am still in a lot of pain because, like I said, they had to stitch me back together. So I don't want y'all to see how I look being, on pain meds and whatnot, but
well, listen. Look. You know what? Look, you shouldn't even. It shouldn't even matter because you know what? Sometimes it hurt being this fine, sis. Like you, look. You don't even. Look. You don't even. You don't even
Talk,
realize.
talk your sis up. That's what I'm talking about.
You don't even
Yes.
realize. Look at like all that's cool, right? You had the meat showing and all that, right?
Yes,
You
bro.
don't even understand what I go through on a daily, man.
I have an idea, bro. I do.
Yeah, I mean, I
Like,
had to get
I'm sure they
myself
be on
together.
you.
I had
I'm
to
sure
get
they be
myself
on you.
together.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. I can always count on my baby bro to definitely make sure his sister is all right mentally. He gonna make sure that I know that
That's
I'm
facts.
stepping.
That's facts, man. I'm talking about everything in me. Look, by the time I might get off this phone, this podcast, I might be drained because I'm gonna put so much energy in towards that.
Yep, you always
That's
do. Look,
facts.
and I
And
started
that's
to
with all
call
y'all
you.
too. I want you to know that. With all y'all.
I
All
started to
right.
call you, but I knew you was at work. But I knew you was gonna see it. That's why I was like, I'm gonna show y'all when we get off of here. But you asked what were we talking about before you came on,
All right.
and I asked them uh how important, I'm sorry, I was trying to find what I did with it. Okay, how important is alone time for you? And could you be in a relationship with someone who is the complete opposite of you when it comes down to this?
And wait, how the question started off? I didn't really hear you.
All right, it's an A and B question. So part A says, how important is alone time for you? Like being alone, being in your own space. And part B says, could you be in a relationship with someone who is the complete opposite of you when it comes down to this?
All right. Well,
So how important is alone time? Like tell me that. How important is alone time for you?
I ain't lying. It's important. It's very important and shit, right? But like just me. All right, just me speaking and shit, right? I'm not putting this on nobody else. But like me speaking, like my alone time, I get caught up in my thoughts, and my thoughts can end up into like a tragedy, right? I could wreak all kind of havoc in my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like it'll be better like say my as far as my spouse goes, like I feel like having my spouse like that like she'll be able to like put me in check when I have like what I'm saying when I get too deep
Mm-hmm.
in my own thoughts and shit like so I kind of I kind I'm going with like you
But that's the
know
place where you can get those deep thoughts is when you have blocked out all the noise. And sometimes being alone will help you to silence all the things around you.
Yeah, but I ain't lying, just I done I've been through a lot of shit. So like, like I can get, I can feel like, that alone time, it can be everything for me. I can feel like
Mm-hmm.
that. But
Mm-hmm.
but also like I could get so deep into that alone time to the point like it'll kind of like I said, it'll kind of, it'll wreak havoc on my, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It'll make
Yeah.
the situation worse than what it is, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying, on
Like
some
when
over.
I got you. I got you. That's what I
You
was
feel
about to
me?
say.
And just talking
So
to like that spouse or that significant other, like they might be able to snap you out of that, or even
yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying.
And sometimes, I just need to get all my thoughts together before I could come to you with it. You know what I'm saying? Like before I could talk to my man about it and say,
Facts.
all right, here's how far I got in the thought process. I'm just needing a different opinion so I could get out of my own head about it. But
Yeah,
I
facts.
need to get my thoughts together first. So I
And then
feel you on
another
that.
thing too, just to elaborate, like look
Uh-huh.
at just being like that too. Look, I probably be like, man, you know what? It's crazy. This situation just happened. Like I'm talking about, not even 10 minutes ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I, like I felt like I ain't, I ain't had time to get my thoughts together before like reality started like punching me in
Mm-hmm.
the face like it do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So but at the same time, you still need that somebody that'll put you put you get you in check. Because like just you doing it on your own, you can fuck around and get so deep.
Yeah,
You heard me? And
and that is true.
it's only gonna cause harm to you. You feel
Hmm.
me?
Say it like a true overthinker, because I know I do it. I am definitely guilty of overthinking. I do it a lot. So,
Nah, shit.
Kate Marie had a rebuttal question.
What you
Remind
got,
me what
killed?
it was. Cause
Um,
look, she had me and Griff like, ooh,
oh gosh, how often should you
yeah. She said,
do?
how often should you choose you?
Yes, yeah,
So this is the rebuttal question off of how important is alone time for you. So her question is, how often should you choose yourself when it comes down to this? When
yeah.
everybody demanding they stuff, how often should you choose you to get what you need?
This is crazy because I'm dealing with all this shit right now.
So
But look
you
at,
need to
but you
talk
know
about
what?
it.
You know what though? Look at, I ain't lying though. Look at this. All right, this when it comes down to me, like just being blunt about shit, right? And I'm hoping like everybody I'm dealing with this shit with, see this podcast, right?
Hmm.
But this what I'm saying though, like it just it's almost like you'll fuck around and like with me, look at with me, I ain't lying. Like I just feel like I'm all I'm just here to make you know what I'm saying to make to spread love and make shit better around me
Hmm.
if I got to
Hmm.
deal with it, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm just fixated on like people feeling better around me. In that
Hmm.
way, like if I am feeling some type of way, then that what I put out there already that'll dictate like how I go about things. Like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'll fuck around and I'll probably be deep in my thoughts and drift off and it might be on some negative shit and just by the like that the light I shined on somebody else's situation, then that
Hmm.
that might that person might be able to say something in the nick of time, like bro, what you doing? You alright? Like just that much might be able, might be enough to
Right.
for me to feel like you know what, man, nah, let me tighten up,
Right.
let
And
me
I
get
mean,
shit
that's
back.
the whole point of having people, around you, is that I think,
Yeah.
and this is just my opinion, I
You
think
can't to
that
make a long
we were,
story short, like you can't do it by yourself. Like
yeah.
you
And
shouldn't do
also
it by yourself.
I feel like we weren't meant to go through things alone. That's why God gave us each other, right?
All right.
That's why I got y'all got me.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hey. All right, so I got a shit starter question before I
Wait,
ask y'all the
hold on
final
before you
question.
start. Look, I see Griff back with us, man. So say it. Hold on, you with us or you
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
with us.
but like at like just like last week, I'm at work, so I gotta pay attention to like stuff too. Like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I'm
right?
multi. So if it
Oh,
look
I
like I'm
see.
not paying attention, I keep looking away. That's because I'm paying attention to what's going on around me.
Right. But see
Yeah.
how you had my back, like you was the first man on here. And I had to have your back.
Yeah,
I might be the first man on. You gotta have my back the same way next time.
Hey. All right,
Okay,
shit
now
starter question. I
it's,
know.
it's,
Look, he trying to get his
it's,
city boy points. You know how he do.
You know how it work. I need those city boy
Ah.
points.
Now I gotta start shit just a little bit. All right. Um, whew, I'm just really feeling this pain, y'all. I'm sorry. All
That's
right.
all right. You ain't taking you girl, you
No,
about to
I
make me
did.
say that.
I did. I took it. It's
Hey,
just
like perfect
like
position.
when no. No,
All right.
let's get on to the question. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that separate. But it says, I'm saying it says, okay. But if I interviewed y'all exes, what would they say about you?
What?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Look at everybody body language, y'all. Y'all watching it?
Man, I'm trying to tell you now. It's gonna be a whole episode for me alone. Not taking
King
away
Don,
from
why would
y'all.
it?
Nah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Why? Why? What would they say about you? Tell us, King
I'm not sure
Don.
what's gonna fly out some people mouth.
Wait, say it again.
I said I'm not sure what's gonna fly out some people mouth.
Especially when they dislike you. Say, I
Especially
ain't
when
lying. That
they
nigga Griff. Say it. Hold up, Griff. Hey, I ain't lying. Griff is coming. I ain't lying. I don't feel left out. Real. Say, but
Um,
look, I ain't even
Oh man,
lying
that
to
made
you.
my head hurt.
So look,
I,
like I ain't even.
I try to stay on the straight road, but I done hit a. Let's just say I hit a lot of speed bumps and a pothole.
And look, ain't nothing like you hit a pothole and your whole window go down in your door, crash or something, or tear up the bottom of your car. Yeah, that's how that
All of
conversation would go with
all
mine.
about the cup holder. Spilling
Say,
all
bro,
over the
listen.
cup.
I ain't. Look, I'm a man. Look, all right. Look at this. Say, bro, look, I'm a man. I'm a man that feel like I ain't got my ducks in a row. I ain't come from like the tip top shape dad or even the parent
Yeah.
situation, right?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm talking about I'm one of them ones like I want all my kids around at the same time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like, but as but like just to elaborate on that conversation, say, bro, listen, I go through a whole lot. Look at the situation I just went through this weekend.
What happened?
Listen, I'm trying to get all my kids together, and my step kids and everything, right?
Uh huh.
It was easier getting my step kids together
Then
before I
yours.
got mine. You
What?
know, but
So
but
if
but
I,
but, but that still don't break a nigga, make a nigga, right?
mhm. So what would they say about you though?
It depends on which
The
one you
fact that
talk
he,
to.
that's true. Pick one of them.
Well, let me tell you this though. You'll be able to distinguish like who telling the truth or not,
Yeah.
right? So it don't even matter like which one you might go at. Like you know what I'm saying? It's only so far that like those emotions will take you, whether it's a lie or it's the truth. What I'm saying like you talking to one of them, right?
Mhm.
You know, it's only so far those that story will take you.
True. What you
You know?
say, K Marie? What would if I
Well,
interview your exes? What would they say about you?
well, I one would say that from what he remember, I was too nice. Now,
You too nice.
at one point, yeah, I was too nice, always saying yes and letting people get what they want out of me. Now, most recent one would be like, I don't take no shit. Don't fuck over me.
Facts.
Don't fuck with me and don't fuck over me. So, yeah.
Okay.
I think I would say like my most recent exit might be a mixed review because like you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, but solely like in the basis of it, I don't really think I would have like too much like backlash. But it was like they're like some most of them will probably say I can disappear. Like, but I don't know. It's
It
only
depends
like
on which one you go to.
right.
This is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. I'll say that because like one of them it was just like the disappearing because like one of my exes that like I still think about and I kind of felt like I should have kept going, but at the time I just moved. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like totally from the city to another city. But
Mhm.
like,
Wow.
but and and I would say with this particular woman, we have a good rapport. I don't think it would be a bad review. But see, like my last ex, like I said, is mixed because a lot of shit happened there. But
Mhm.
in a nutshell, to answer it, it was good. I think they would say I was loving, I was caring, I was there, but like just
Yeah.
don't push my buttons.
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
I
even
guess.
good.
lying. I'm
Don't
gonna get
don't fuck
off.
with
I'm gonna
me and don't fuck over me.
Do
say,
not.
dog.
Huh?
Listen, it's
I,
it's. Say, I ain't even lying. I'm talking about the reviews gonna be. You already look at. You could tell what type of reviews y'all giving. You think
Mhm.
that's gonna change too much if ain't nobody got no emotions involved? Like you like you it For real, it's weird the type of way you ask the question because like
Because it
you
just
know.
happened over the weekend. Well, some crazy stuff happened over the weekend. I don't
Mm,
know. With mine, like you said, it depends on who you ask, but I'll be completely transparent. With one of them, it just depends on the day.
all right, well,
Okay.
one of them,
Yeah,
all right, look at
that's
what
a
all
that's
of
a
them
good way to
should say.
describe
I'm
my
top
life.
of the line anyway.
Yes, it depends
Right.
on the day because some days we cool. It's a well-oiled ship. It's all right. We
Ooh,
we
that girl
talk and we
said, "What you
communicate.
said?"
Oh,
That girl is not injured.
Well,
That
oh,
girl, what you said?
oh,
Oh well, oh ship.
yeah, a well-oiled engine. I mean, I'm sorry. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, don't judge me.
Well, look,
But
I caught it. I know what you
there. I know. But then there are other days where I'm in. Just knowing him. Like he won't say anything bad about me to anybody else. He'll just be like, I don't want to talk about her right now. That'll be that. But he
Right.
won't say anything negative. But like, my most recent one, like I doubt that any honesty will come from that answer. And that's just, where we are because we don't like each other.
Mm.
And that's unfortunate, but we don't. All right, y'all. I want to go to the comments real quick. Charlene says, "Do not recommend." That's what your ex would say about you. Do not pass go.
That sounds like an X
you go
statement.
four
Do it.
thumbs down.
Give it. Look, how many stars is that? Do not recommend.
That sounds like an X statement.
That sounds like an ex statement. That's
For real.
hilarious. Like a true one. All right, y'all. So let's get into the topic. I wanted to give us some time to talk about this. Now, this is cool. But I really want us to make sure that we elaborate on, what we are talking about. I think I lost somebody. I thought I saw somebody come in. All right. Anyway, the
Hold
topic
on
for
right quick,
tonight.
y'all. I'll be right back.
Okay. So we can hop into this, and then when he comes back, then we'll just get his perspective. But remember, guys, in the comments, we want you guys to chime in too, so that we can post your comment, because this is a kind of a bit of a tug of war, if you will, and I want everybody to keep in mind to be totally authentic and transparent as per usual. But this may not be, the easiest thing to agree upon. All right. But I want to know, guys, who makes the most sacrifices in relationships? Is it men or is it women?
I'm sorry, I caught it. I caught the back end of the question. Can you repeat that for me? I'm sorry.
No worries. I said, who makes more sacrifices in relationships? Is it the men or is it the women? While y'all thinking, I'm going to go to the comments. Charlene says, women, hands down. K. Marie, you agree or disagree?
I do agree. And usually I'm all for men.
How is everybody, girl?
I'm like literally gung ho always for men, but in this case, I would say 99% of the time it is women, because we do sacrifice our bodies, we do sacrifice our mind, and we will keep it 100 with you. We are competing with other women out here. Okay, and I'm saying that right now. Okay, let's say back in our 20s, we were men are competing to be with us females when we were in our 20s. Right now, me being 36, I'm competing with all these other 20-year-olds out there because they're younger, they're thinner, they're probably more energy, like what you name it, right? So we're competing with all these other women. So I say that's how we're sacrificing more. Now, if you want to say
Not
in the
only that, you're
topic,
competing with women who don't have standards.
that's true.
That's a
And then
fact.
let's say this. I'm gonna use me. I have 2 children. I'm also competing with another female who don't have children, right?
Oh
So
wow.
no, and it's very true because if you out on you're dating a guy and the guy is like, no, I don't, I want to date someone who doesn't have children. Okay, that's another competition.
That's
And a lot of
another
people
one.
don't want to see it as a competition, but be honest, it is a competition out there for you to find a nice man who wants something at your age or a little older than you. You know, it's
Mhm.
kind of hard. But if I want to be on the male side of it, they're also sacrificing too because they're sacrificing themselves mentally and physically because they
Right.
are the breadwinners. 90
Yeah.
99% of the time, they are the breadwinners where they're having to take care of the wife, the spouse, and also the children. Although the mom is at home doing a lot of the manual things, and I can't say manual things because
Mhm.
whatever, they're doing things around the house, right?
Because you know I won't get on your ass about those things.
Yeah,
Let
look,
me
before
finish.
you
Go ahead,
continue,
go ahead,
all right,
go
in the comments, y'all, it's going down, and women are definitely responding. Charlene say women hands down make the most sacrifices. Cora joined us. Hey, Cora. She said women hands down. Charlene chimed back in. She said we sacrifice our bodies, our last names, our household, and the list goes on. She said, "Whoo, child,
Ooh,
So
okay.
the
fellas,
man,
what y'all say?"
so the man not in competition. The man not like how, what's the
ahead. Yeah,
basis
just
behind the sacrifice?
Wait. So no, we're asking who do you think makes the most sacrifices, men or women, and tell us why. Now, if you think that it is the men, then like give me details. But I
Well,
don't.
first of all, like
I guess
y'all
Chris
said,
K. Marie would have to say
have
that.
to we sacrifice a lot of our time. We sacrifice a lot of our love. We sacrifice a whole like we like the just putting ourselves on the back burner just to take care of the whole family basis, which could be the woman, the children, all that. Like that's big sacrifices there. And shit, like that's what I'm saying. What's the basis of the sacrifice? Because we could do this all day. Uh,
Mm,
uh,
That's
come
like
on,
that's why
girl.
and at the same time, even with the man being the breadwinner, we still in competition with other men. Like y'all don't have eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Ow.
Like you know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
what's
Like
up?
y'all looking around like I mean
Man,
like I know you with me, love, but I know I'm not the only man you like.
Oh,
man.
You know what I'm saying? And then
come.
if I'm
Sorry.
sacrificing my time, if I'm sacrificing my time to go get the bread to take care of you, that's two and three sacrifices within itself.
let me interrupt you there because you was like, I know you have eyes. I I'm just gonna come out and say it. You got more women pushing up on men than men are pushing up on women.
And women
Yes,
are
And
so
why up?
disrespectful. Look, some of them are so disrespectful. They'll do it in front of you, like they don't care that you out with your man
And
or
I'm
you out with your woman.
but I am saying that honestly in the defense of the men because they do have some
Wait,
faithful men out here. Let me say that. They got some
wait. Who
scandalous
y'all dealing
ass.
with, man?
No, I'm serious. They got some scandalous ass women out here that they know this man is being faithful to his girl. She's still
Yeah,
gonna
Yeah.
push up
facts.
on him. She still want to be the side chick. She don't even care as long as she getting hers, and you can go on about your business to your wife. So it doesn't matter. They got some good ass faithful men out here, but they don't give a shit. These women don't give a shit, so they're gonna brush up on you so that you can fuck up, so that they can blow your world up. So
I
yeah,
think
I do
what
get
she's
you.
trying to I think what she's trying to do is explain where the competition part comes from when it comes down to women, not saying that that's the only
sacrifice
reason.
Say it again.
Right. Really? Look, it's my turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, go ahead.
Go.
I know he was ready for this part, like double dutch. He been standing on the side waiting to jump in.
Really? Say, look at for real. Look at really. I ain't even at the beginning of the question. I ain't even see it being like a competition, no, or like which one doing the most. Like you know what I'm saying? You know, because one hand wants the other, man. When you're in a fucking relationship, see
Nah.
people getting this shit fucked up, man.
The ideal
Yeah.
thing, no, seriously, Don, in the ideal relationship, that's what you want. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's
You're
how it's
supposed to
Yeah,
supposed to
want that,
be. So
but
why
it is
not
that
live by
is.
the
not.
guidelines?
It is not like that though.
Who are redirecting the guidelines? Women or men? That's another
Women,
question. All
women.
right then. See what I'm saying? So men are making the act. Men are making the ultimate sacrifice. That's what I'm trying to get
Well,
you to understand, right? Since you
I
want to go there,
No,
but this is what I'm look at. This is what I'm saying though. Look at this is what I'm saying though, right? And not to even put, not to even marginalize, like men or women, right? Or what we
mhm,
doing,
mhm.
right? Because like I'm talking about the same energy that it takes for me to make my significant other happy. I know for sure it's the same energy that's gonna make me happy.
but
So
okay.
Right.
So
why?
let's bring it back. Let's bring it back
Damn, I
to
feel like I'm missing out.
You did.
wait.
You
Come
missed
on
a
now,
Let's
lot
girl.
just in that few seconds. Go ahead,
let's
K.
bring it
Marie.
back. Let's bring it back to relationship wise, and I'm gonna keep it on women, and then I'll bring it to men because I still have the sense of men. Yes, they still sacrifice stuff too, because it's a sacrifice. I feel to give. Like I think it was Charlene that said last name. Because yes, we do
Mhm.
sacrifice ourselves by accepting your last name, but men also sacrifice by lending because they're lending the last name. And I say you're lending their
It's
last
look
name
at you.
because
You
you don't
going
know if
back into marriage. Look at you.
no, no,
Look at
no, I
you.
understand
Look at you.
that. No,
But
You
that's a
specifying the
part of it
look at
though.
you
That's a part
specifying the
of
question. Like you
no, no,
specifying
no.
the question.
That's a part of it. But I'm saying going back to lending because yeah, you're gonna marry someone, but you're still lending
That's
your
just
last name
marriage
to
though.
that.
Like what about
You're
the
not
relationship
letting me.
before
You gotta
marriage?
let me finish though. I'm not finished. So doing that, lending the last name, your own. You don't know if you're actually gonna be with that person until you're well within 5 years. And you're well within 5 years, and you're like, okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna be. Now going back to relationships. I'm saying that yes, women do sacrifice their bodies because of pregnancy. We both know that because we discussed that I think on the first or second podcast. Now, men do sacrifice themselves mentally and
Our bodies
physically
too though. Our
because
bodies.
I said mentally and physically.
Oh,
Oh man,
No,
you
okay.
into this
I was
shit.
about to say I don't think it when it comes down to like having children, like it doesn't even compare. Like, and this is
No,
not
oh, no,
me
no, no. That
siding with
doesn't
one or the
compare at
other.
all. But if
No.
you want to go into the labor side of it of a man
No,
working,
no, that's
them
not the
men.
question. We know we ain't gotta go there.
Okay, so
But she's explained we do have to go there because that is a part of
She
the
said the labor
sacrifice that
side
she
of it.
said.
no,
Yeah,
no, no, no. That's what I
no.
mean. Because if a man is going out and he is working, he's doing sometimes 13 hours. That is a lot of damn hard labor. You're not gonna find a woman. Now, mind you, if you out at a plant, there's probably 5% women out there, but
Right.
majority of them are men. So they're working their ass off to provide for their family. So that's I
Right.
say that is both mentally and physically. You coming home
Right.
and
Facts.
you're bringing that bread home, your body
Mm-hmm.
home, because guess what? She's still gonna want fuck no matter how tired you are, right? So you bringing all of that
But
back home to your wife. Not your wife, yes, she done had the kids, she took care of the kids, she done cleaned up, she done cooked you a meal. So I think it's
Yeah.
all into one, right? The women
Yeah.
are going to
Right.
feel for the women, and the men are going to feel for the men. Okay,
Yeah, and
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
That's
yeah.
why that's kind of where I was going too, because that's why I was asking, like, what's the basis of the sacrifice? Because that's hard. That's a
Yeah.
slippery slope.
Yes,
Because
well,
men
it
don't
depends
truly
on
know
what you
what
guys
women
say.
are going through, and women don't truly know what a man is going through. Like, so
absolutely.
it's like we have to find a common ground somewhere. That's what I'm saying. What's the basis? Because like that's like when I was making my explanation, it's like it's many sacrifices. There's many sacrifices that men make, and there's many that women
Right.
make as
Vice
well. And
versa.
it's like
But
Right.
and
I
it's
think
some
it's
and
one
there's some
of
sacrifices that the other sex can't even fathom,
Well,
even
Right.
that's
from
the
the
thing,
other
Right.
guys.
person. You know what I'm saying?
So, make
that's
sure we
true.
stay with it though, because, I think that what you guys are, giving us is the different sacrifices.
No,
What I'm
no,
asking is
look at
who
sis. Not to
makes
cut
the
you off. Let me
most
say that.
sacrifices.
No, no, no. You know what it is though. Look at this is where we mess up at, right? Feeling
Hmm.
like we trying to marginalize like our status as a man and a woman, right? Like that's where we mess up at. Cause now you trying to figure out what I should be doing. Now. I'm doing the most as a woman and all
Well,
that. But as a man, we already coming from. Now, hear me out. Look, as a man, we already coming from. Look, we gotta provide, protect, all this type of shit, right? So, like, these are the standards that we set for ourselves coming into a relationship. If I
and I
know I
mean,
like you from the first glance or anything, this how I'm coming into this, like, right?
mhm.
But like, ain't look, already, I'm gonna accept you for what you can provide within this relationship. But as men, we feel the same way. We not gonna try to force nothing on you. We accepting this shit for what it is,
Hmm.
right?
I
Before I
think
share,
it's go
before
ahead.
I share my idea on it, I just wanted to go to the comments because we got lots of them in here. Um, Cora said, "Women sacrifice careers for family all the time. Women are always left with the children that we have to carry. Men make chosen sacrifices. Women are made to sacrifice with no choice."
So
Ooh, what do
think
you guys
about the
think
men
about that?
that's so think about the men that's indebted until like taking care of their household or their kids or their family. That like men that's not just dropping off a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a set of sperm
I think
and
that
dipping out.
I think
Like
this is
right?
what
Think
we
about the
have.
men that's really actually like standing there and like withholding their responsibilities. Like this
I,
that statement would never even, you know what I'm saying?
I want to say this. I want to say this because I think it also depends. Because right now we're thinking about statistic wise, right? We're thinking
Mhm,
about a relationship that we've seen, personally on TV and stuff. We have to
mhm,
also realize every relationship is not like that, and of course, every relationship ain't gonna be perfect anyway. But
mhm.
we have to also put ourselves in the other person's shoes. That's why I said, okay, when men are off working, you're not going to find 99% of the time you're not going to find a woman that's working the same exact hours as a man. So doing
Mm-mm.
that labor wise, a man does put in more work physically. That I want to put that out there. But as far as a woman caring for their children, and I can't say just a woman because you do have single dads out here, but I'm going to speak for the
Yeah, but
women.
you
That takes
can't
a
say that
lot.
you can't include the single dads because we're talking about the relationship. So he's not single at
Yeah,
this point.
right.
Okay,
Like
well, let's
we're
say
talking
that
about
then.
the unit. But even with a single dad situation, because I dated a
Cause,
single
cause
dad
dad's
before,
still doing like
and
the same uplifting like that like up what you upholding right now as a woman. Think
mhm,
about the deadbeat women out here and the dads doing the same
Yeah,
shit
that's
that
why I
you.
said that too. Yeah.
But
agreed.
at the same time, like what if like everything, even if it's co-parenting or even like co-spouse, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Every like it just it just one hand wants the other and everybody gotta stay in their fucking lane. As a
Yep.
man, look, you'll feel some kind of way if I do womanly things or even respond like a woman. You'll
Wow.
talk about me to your friends.
That's
But
true.
I'll feel some type of way with you doing manly things, and I'm knowing I'm supposed to be withholding that responsibility.
I just think that we have to, within a relationship, we
You
have to
know,
sit back and put ourselves in the other person's shoes and look
it's
through
just
their
it
eyes.
goes back to everybody standing in their lane,
Not
woman
just
and
staying,
man.
not just staying in your lane, because if your husband, your spouse is doing so much things and you're still complaining, or your husband is complaining because he's doing so much, or you would vice versa, you
You with
got
the
to put
wrong
yourself,
one.
yeah, you got to put yourself in their shoes and think of the reason why they're complaining or why they're doing this, and think like,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
what
well,
am
I
I not
understand.
doing?
You're right.
So
Mhm.
which means
You're right.
if I'm complaining, if I'm doing so much, I'm gonna need you to be like, damn, why is she doing all this and I'm doing it?
Yeah, right.
Maybe
Yeah,
you missed a step. So which
right.
means if
Mhm.
you're complaining, you're like, man, look, I've been doing all this, I've been doing all this. What are you
Right.
doing? I probably have to sit back and be like, well, I know I've been doing this. Oh shit. He did
Right.
say he wanted this done. Oh shit, I did forget to do this. So
Yeah,
we gotta
right.
sit back and be like, it's not
Yeah,
all
right.
about you,
I feel
you
you
know?
though too. I
I don't
feel it.
know. I don't, and I don't know if you guys agree on that, but I
I
think
agree. I agree.
yeah, but I agree that women make more sacrifices in a relationship. And it's because, in my opinion, there are lots of things that women are expected to do in a relationship, like different ways that we are looked at in a relationship. Like, even if we are in a relationship together and your family comes over, we got a spot together, your family comes over, like, how the house look, they not looking at you. I know you're
Yeah,
saying
right.
one hand wash the other. That's an expectation that the girl should upkeep the house when they
Right.
see
That's
the
something you should
but
already know, though.
but that's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like, I'm explaining why I think that we make the most sacrifices, because if the house tore up, regardless to if we were a part of that or how tidy we try to keep it, it's on us. That's just
but
one side
sis,
of
let
it.
me tell you how the
Another wait,
conversation
wait,
will
wait.
go.
Hold on. On another end, I feel like when it comes down to our bodies, like, we do sacrifice a lot when it comes down to carrying children, because for a whole 9 months we are not in control of our own bodies. We don't have control of our emotions. We don't have controls of how we feel. We could be dead tired, y'all, but if the baby is awake, you're not getting no sleep. That's something that you guys will never have to experience. That's a sacrifice that we deal with. Okay.
Sis, I can't let you
Um
just take that
wait,
from us like that. I'm dealing. I go
you
through this
have
right
to,
now.
but
I
on a
can't. I
physical
can't let you take that
standpoint,
from the men. Like, you know,
yeah, but you have to, though, until a
I
man can
deal with it. I
carry a
deal with
baby.
this comfortably.
Yeah, but no, you don't deal with having a baby in your belly, like,
No, I know I don't. I deal with you dealing with it. Look at that's the responsibility of your significant other. That's what
no,
I'm trying
no,
to.
no. What I'm saying is, like, this part, I'm not saying that it's a negative connotation to the men that this is our
Uh,
sacrifice. So I just wanted to be clear about that. When it comes down to childbirth, that is a woman's sacrifice of her body to, for the development of the child. Once the baby comes, it is still mainly on us to take care of. Now, even though our spouses hop in and help out, we at the schools, we registering. A lot of times, they if they having an issue at the school, they're gonna call mom first. So if we're at work, we gotta, stop what we're doing, go up there, check on it. Or if we can't break away, now we gotta call some people, which is still a sacrifice, to try to get up there to see what's going on. Even when it comes down to, our families and stuff like that, I think that there's a lot that we sacrifice, and it's not just, the last names and so on. That's just my opinion about it, is that I think that women sacrifice a little bit more than men. Now, that's not me saying that y'all don't do anything. I just believe that
Now,
we have a little bit more sacrifices. Yes, sir, go ahead.
all right, now, all right. Let's just X the kids out the equation. Man and woman, who's sacrificing more? Like solely, like I'm not talking about like the with the kids, like the man and the woman, me, you. Who's
Yeah.
sacrificing more and why? And like
Okay.
just in that arena, nothing else, no extra, just a man and a woman. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So first, I'm gonna answer your question, but you guys cannot erase that from the equation, guys. Like, pregnancy,
Why
you
not?
can't,
It's
because
about the man
but
and the
that's
woman. It's not about the children and the
but that's
marriage.
a
And
but
like we
that is
talking
a
about it
part.
on
It's
a
a
basis.
but that's a part of the process of the relationship.
Well, I
When
That's a
understand.
a
domino
child is
effect of the
conceived.
relationship,
I
yes.
understand where
But
he's
like
coming from.
initially, even if you have kids, you didn't start off with kids with the person you had kids with, right?
Yeah, this is true. I'm just saying that that is a part of the conversation when I say that you're sacrificing your body. So let's say that we raise the kids aren't involved, right? Okay.
Hmm.
So a part of my sacrifice, if we're in a relationship, for one, no matter how my day was, for one, I still have to work. Let's just
Hmm.
start there. With millennial men, you guys want us to be employed and, help a part of, with the whole overall thing. So we're both working. Okay. So I still have to sacrifice what I necessarily want for what works for us when I get off from work. I'm still responsible to make sure that you have eaten, that it tastes good, it's not burnt, all right, that we not eating out every night, all of that stuff. Additionally, I have to make sure that I keep myself up so you have something nice to look at. All right. So that's a sacrifice of money. That's a sacrifice of time. That's a sacrifice on my mental health because I may not necessarily feel pretty, but I gotta make myself look presentable so that you
No,
can feel
no.
good about the woman
But
that
a
you're
man
at.
don't have to do
No,
that either. A man don't have to
that's
do
not
all
me.
that.
That's not me saying that you guys don't. You asked me how, like we
No,
took
that's
the
see,
clip
that's
completely
the
out. I'm
problem,
I'm
though.
listening out.
But look. I
That's
only
the
said what I
problem, though,
said because
Zach.
I feel like in the body part, like just that's kind of like a unfair comparison to the man, and I'm gonna explain why. Because that's just how nature intended it to be. When we come together and have a child, like yeah, we drop the seed off and it
It's a
grows
sacrifice from us.
inside you. That's I don't know. That's not really like I understand. Yeah, that's a very big sacrifice for y'all. I totally
Yeah,
understand.
we're not taking
I'm
it
not knocking
away.
that out. But that's life. That's just to like to procreate. Like not saying I'm exiting out. That's a very big sacrifice. But like I
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait,
I just
before
feel like it's like a man trying to explain to you what he sacrificed and how he comes and how he's sacrificing compared to you bearing a child. That's kind of
No,
like
you know what's taking it away. No, I'm about to tell
but
you because
that's
you
the
know I don't
thing.
be
I
cutting no
nothing
corners.
compares to that one. Yeah, I don't think nothing compares to that one.
Look, let me elaborate, right? This is what you was trying
Okay.
to say, because you know I don't cut no corners and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, when you talking to a woman and all that shit, something about the same shit that we trying to discuss right now, it's
Mm-hmm.
always like when we talking about what men desire, or what men want, or even our place in the relationship. Women always thinking we taking away from what the fuck they do. I'm talking about
that.
always, right? And all we doing is trying to find our place in this, and so just so we can come to a common ground,
But I
right?
think that that's
See,
what you
a
guys
lot of
But you
are.
see
times
the
with a
difference.
lot
You
of
see the
times
difference, though. It's like a
a lot of
sacrifice
times
is more. It's like
But
a
that's what I'm
sacrifice
saying.
is
I
more
think you
than what the
guys
other one
are.
doing.
I think you guys
As
are
a
thinking
man,
that.
look, we don't even do that. As a
But
man, we
that's
don't
what I'm
even do
saying.
that. We don't
But y'all
think
doing
about
it
what's
right
going.
now,
What we
though.
no, look,
That's
as
what
a
I'm
man, we
saying.
don't think. No, look, as a man, we don't even. As men, we don't even think about what we doing is more than what women are doing, or even sacrificing. We don't think about things like that.
I think the other party is always going to feel that they're doing more, no matter what it is.
Women do that, man. Men
Always.
don't
No,
think
no,
like that.
no,
We
no,
just want
no,
a
no.
happy wife,
Listen,
happy life.
I
Happy
am
wife, happy life.
agreeing. I am agreeing. Listen to me. The women are going to feel that they're doing more.
At some point,
So,
somebody got to stay in their damn lane now. I feel
listen,
like Charlamagne tonight. For
I think
real, for
men
real.
are
I
gonna.
know I can't have a baby, so I know for sure. I know like all those responsibilities, all those, like I know for sure that's on you. So I can't do nothing but back you up. But as a
Men are.
Right.
man, if I'm carrying all the groceries up the stairs, if I need your help and I yell fat, come on, that's when you come in. Like
Okay,
just
what
knowing your
I am
place,
saying is
plain and simple.
what I am saying is the other
I love
party,
it.
no matter
I
whether
love it.
it's a male or a female, they're always going to feel that they're doing more until it's brought to their
No,
attention.
women think like that, man. Ain't too
Ooh,
many
boy,
men think
you
like
gotta
that.
put him on mute.
Ain't too many men think like
He
that.
is feeling this one, man.
No, but tonight, dog, y'all
You
come on,
feeling
y'all
it?
gotta stop.
No, but the thing is, you have to be receptive too,
All
because
right,
what
Yeah.
I am
all right. I'm
definitely,
sorry.
no, I'm
That's what
definitely,
I was trying to explain too.
I'm definitely agreeing with you, but I am also saying women are going to feel that they're doing more. Men are going to feel like they're doing more. But the only important thing is you got to be open and receptive to what someone is saying. You're not doing enough. So if the man say you're not doing enough, you got to change this. You got to be receptive and open to, okay, what do you think I'm not doing? Just the same as the man. So everybody's going to always think that someone is not doing enough. Now, like you say, stay in your lane. Goddamn right. You got to stay in your lane. I got to stay in my lane. But sometimes you got to remind me what my lane is. Because then sometimes I'm be like,
That's
okay,
what I'm doing, and you hated it just now.
I
Trying
am
to do
not.
it.
You hated it.
I am not
Like
hating
a man speaking his mind about a topic with a woman, like it's a perfect example. Y'all take our general statement sometimes as we are trying to attack y'all when that's not even the
Right.
case. Like Don just
Right.
said, we just trying to come up with a solution to whatever problem might be. But like sometimes the way when a woman is wired, it's like when I say I'm doing this, it's like it becomes almost a competition. Well, if you doing
Right.
this, I'm doing this and this and this and this and this, and then it's like, damn,
I'm not
did
even
you hear
saying
what I
that.
was just trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm not even trying to shut down. Like really and truly. I feel like the sacrifices are one and the same actually, but we be so caught up in I'm doing this, and a woman be so caught up, oh, I'm doing that y'all
That's
like gotta
exactly what I
compare.
just
Y'all
said.
gotta compare the sacrifice, and then it
So
becomes like you doing more than me, or I'm doing more than you, or I feel like you doing more than me, and then now we in the clusterfuck.
Yeah,
so
right.
so listen, guys, this is exactly so what you guys are saying that we did to you. That's what you guys just did to us when it came down to pregnancy. That's why I said
No, because
me
y'all
saying,
needed
wait,
it.
look, see what I'm saying? Look, guys, see how I can't finish my thought. See how I can't finish my thought.
Man.
So look, I'm just hear me
Let's
out.
just undermine
Wait,
when we just shut up
no,
and let y'all take over.
just hear me out, guys. So remember when I said me saying what I said about sacrificing our bodies is not saying anything negative to you guys or saying that this is what you're not doing because this is a sacrifice that we must make. Me saying that was me trying to make sure that you guys come down from being so triggered because all you heard was this is our sacrifice list. But that was a part of the question. It wasn't saying that because I believe that my sacrifice is a little bit more that means that you're not doing anything or it shuns the sacrifices that you make in the relationship. That's not what I'm trying to communicate. I was just saying giving my perspective as to why I believe what I believe about the sacrifices. That's all. But we kind of didn't get a chance to, and I get it, guys. You guys are used to not being heard, right? And that's what I heard you guys say tonight. But I want you guys to know that I do hear you. I'm not taking away from what you guys do. You guys are straight up guys. I have a lot of respect for you. I have a lot of love for you. All right. I'm not saying that you guys don't make sacrifices. I'm not saying that you are not or you don't matter in the relationship because what you contribute to the relationship is a big deal. That's what I'm saying. I was just explaining my perspective when it came down to me saying that we do sacrifice our bodies. And before I let you guys chime in on that, in the comments,
I know it's a lot
Charlene
of
says, yeah, they've been going back and forth. I'm just been trying to pull the most important ones. But Charlene said, I don't understand why men are okay with the provider title, but feel some type of way about women and pregnancy. Women can make money like men and provide, but a man will never carry a baby. That's the only part that I was trying to convey
That's
to
not
you
our
guys.
But
job.
that's what I was saying, D. Like that's why I was saying that's an unfair comparison. We as a man, I don't know nothing about having a baby.
We
Right,
not supposed to.
But that's a part of the sacrifice that we make in the relationship. That's all I'm saying, fellas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Listen.
I know you guys don't get that. Like that whole.
I'm so hostile about it too, though, because
No, I mean like the process when it comes down to pregnancy and stuff like that. Because also, in a relationship, if we're pregnant, guys, all right, we're carrying your seed. We can't go out for that drink like we normally do. All right, just you and Bay. We can't have that anymore. You can have your little sauce, and I gotta have water. Just saying, for example. So that's just a sacrifice to make sure that the baby
So that
gets.
means I gotta put mine down.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's a sacrifice.
All right,
but it's still a sacrifice.
No, nigga, not taking away from the statement you made, right? But look, as a man, look at this. These are the things that we think because we might not speak on it at that dinner table when we having our drink and you can't. like we might not speak on it then, but fuck, at the same time, we could feel those emotions without you saying it.
That's fair.
So what we supposed to do? Put the cup down? Like you
Yeah,
know,
because
but like I said, look, not taking away from not taking away from women and shit, right? But
Okay.
everybody like it just got it's that common ground.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, like you say, okay, like Griff said, okay, let's take the kids off the table. I understand that part because yes, in a lot of relationships there are no kids.
kids
And
are
then,
not
like
even
you
a
said-
factor. That's all I was saying. That's all I
Right,
was saying
okay.
about that.
Okay, so in most relationships there are no kids at all. Sometimes men can't have children, sometimes women can't have children, and then that's when the when you say roles, so that's when roles come in. If we're gonna take the kids off the table, then we need to have roles, and we need to have, I don't know if you should say titles. No,
Yeah, but with
roles
each role,
definitely should
each
come in.
title, with each role, each title, there comes sacrifices. And
Well,
us
that's when,
saying,
yeah, that's when. Go ahead.
so I was just saying that I'm saying us, meaning the people who agreed with what I said, about women making more sacrifice is just because that's how we see it. And us listing the way or the different things that we do to sacrifice in ourselves in a relationship, that doesn't mean that you guys don't sacrifice. That's not what I'm saying.
Right, and
I
that's how I
definitely
say
don't want y'all to feel away about that. Like, I
Yeah,
just
but
want y'all to
you
hear
have
what I'm
to
saying.
you got to be receptive for the other person.
Right.
You got to
Yeah.
I
understand
feel you
the
though,
other
kid. I
person's
feel it.
role, because a lot of times, like, if you find a woman who is, let's just throw it out there, a woman who wants to be a stay-at-home wife and wants to demand every goddamn thing, and she's demanding more and more and more, and the husband is giving her more and more, and then he's just all fucking dried out. She's
Mhm.
pissed off because she's only seeing herself, right? She's not seeing the other person's place and the other person's role. So that's why I say we have to be open to see other people's position. And I do say position, and a lot of women don't like me to say that because a man does have his position, and a woman, we have our position.
I don't think
So
there's anything wrong with that word position. That is just what it is.
you'll be
My position
surprised.
is to be a woman. Your position is to be a man.
Right.
Man,
Facts.
a lot of
I
women
really
don't.
don't have a problem
But
with
a
that.
lot of times we get criticized for being a man.
Yeah, man.
And
But
so
that
do
means
women. We can say that too.
And that's another sacrifice in itself.
That's
Like, I
another
gotta get
sacrifice in itself.
crucified for being me.
Right. But
Yeah.
you see how look at how that just coming up at the end of this conversation. We ain't even talk
Okay,
about
so
that.
it's
But
We couldn't even think that far. We couldn't even think that far to think about that's a sacrifice in
because you
itself.
was triggered. You
you
was
was so
triggered,
triggered.
man. That's why.
Because like look, I ain't even lying. Like I ain't about to put my business out here like that and all that, right? But at the same time, these are things that men go through, man, on a day-to-day basis, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's important that you guys.
All right. This is a question. This is a question right here. What if I was just coming into a relationship with you, with one of y'all, right? I was just coming into a relationship with one of y'all, and I got a baby already. No matter how old that child is, but I got a kid already.
Okay.
How would you feel about me fathering that child?
If I accept you, I have to accept your child.
Which is also a sacrifice.
If I accept you, I have to accept your child, and I have to accept that you might.
But you got like,
But
for
you
some men,
you gotta accept the other parent too, like with that within itself. So that's a few sacrifices in there. But
listen,
what I wanted to say about remember guys how y'all said that you have to be crucified for being you. What you guys don't realize is that by our own men, we get crucified a lot just from being emotional. Like you guys, some of you have a big problem with that, like, like, damn, is this or is that? It's like I can't respond to what's going on. Like I can't be emotionally charged. None of that. Like women are emotional
It's
feelers.
funny
Men
that you
are
say
logical
that.
thinkers.
It's funny that you say that because I was in a relationship and I was told that I wasn't emotional enough. I was too hard.
But
Have you
that's
heard
when you
that?
go into those other roles because you get
That's the thing
you get
about
so wired.
they always different.
Yeah,
Say it
but
again.
that is true. That is true.
I didn't hear Griff. What you say?
I said that's the thing about situations. They always different. It varies. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
It
definitely.
varies.
Yes.
I can agree. I can agree that each
But right, but
situation
as
is
a look,
different.
I'm glad you said that too, though, right? Because that's another a sacrifice a man that had to deal with.
Yeah.
What you done been through before I even approached you, man.
Right. And I'm
I
dealing
mean,
with the
but I
brick
mean, and
wall.
look, not taking away from what women like. That's still a sacrifice for women too, though, right? But at the
Hmm.
Yeah.
same time,
Right.
it's just like everybody trying to fucking marginalize what you should deal with, what you should put up with, and what you should be doing.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
think
People
most are
forgetting the
more so
roles
too,
as a woman and
more
a man, man.
I think more so too, a lot of times with relationships, you're bringing in your baggage that you had, and you can't expect that man or that woman to accept that baggage that you bring in. They not even
Man,
gonna call
That
for it.
that that's
The
fall
only
back on
baggage
with
that
you
you
though.
should bring,
What you gonna
the
allow?
only
They ain't got nothing
yeah,
to do with man
exactly.
and woman.
The only the only baggage that you should bring is your child. Because honestly, and I'm going to say that is a baggage that you're bringing to a person. Like me having two children, that's baggage that male has to accept.
Yeah,
If he was to
right. I
have
see that.
a child or multiple, that's a baggage that I have to accept. And a lot of times people won't understand or accept the fact that you're calling children a baggage. That's baggage. That's another goddamn bill. So if you're
Hmm.
going into a relationship, that's another
It's
grocery
more than a
bill,
bill. It's another life.
light bill, that's a medical bill. So that's
That's
baggage.
how we. Yeah,
So
right. I just want to go in the comments, y'all.
I accept that.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were. I didn't know you were still talking. I
Oh,
apologize.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
In the comments, Janique say facts. You can't expect someone to carry your unemotionally checked baggage.
Ooh, I like how she said unemotional.
Yeah, I mean, look at is that what you
Like
should
that.
have said, kid? But we would understood it better.
Nah, I would put that on
Man,
a
get out.
t-shirt. I'm feeling that one.
All right, y'all. So before we go, King Don, you had a game you wanted to play with us, right? Or
Oh,
did you forget?
no, I gotta get it out of the room.
Play it.
Okay,
We
go
ain't going
grab it.
nowhere.
We got about 3 minutes.
Ooh,
Go
hurry up.
Run.
grab,
You
go
better
grab. I'm out here grab. Hold up.
Okay.
absolutely not.
Look, things got a little heated for the first time on Queen Talk, y'all. It
That's
was
all
cool.
right. We
That's
got
good
to
though.
be
That's
like that.
therapy.
I know it's therapy. We gonna have to do part 2 when we come back, so that
But see,
way we can.
that's why I say you got to be receptive to other people's opinion because you don't know what you might be all into your own thoughts and not want
Yeah.
to hear anyone
Yeah.
else's. You don't know
That's
what
right.
someone's
That's right.
advice
And
is
and you
leading to.
and you may not be used to a different perspective other
Exactly.
than what you're used to experiencing. So
I ain't
yeah.
lying, but I be like even since like even these past 2 weeks, I ain't even been part of the crew that long. But this is good because I like conversations like this where like with men and women alike, where we talking about like real shit, like
Yeah.
even like touchy
Yes.
situations that like if people start raising their voice because they feel a way about this or that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's how
it's
you know
good
they're
though.
passionate about it. Yeah, it's
But like
good.
Kid Marie say, you gotta be receptive first. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
We ain't
Agreed.
no
Yeah.
marshmallows over
You
here,
gotta be
man.
receptive. You gotta be receptive as
Shut up.
long as the right kind of vocal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? Also, it challenges all of us because we are so used to what our thoughts are, our perspectives, our experiences, but being able to say them out loud, even to people who are like minded, we still have a difference of
Exactly.
opinion. And look in the comments, y'all. Shirley said I was heated last week when I couldn't speak because it was all about the men. LOL.
You know,
Look,
and
Janique
that
said,
was the
hush.
basis of what we was talking about last week, dog. Niggas eating because they on a man. That's down bad.
Ah, look, we wanted to chime in so bad, but we were trying to let y'all have it, man. We wanted y'all to have y'all moment. But you know what? I think I may do like a Queen Talk podcast for the Kings, like once a month, and let you guys have guy talk.
I think
That's
Y'all
right.
be with
That's
that?
good. Yeah.
Hey,
And
Look how y'all
honestly, I
make
feel
sense
like
looking
I
at
we,
should
we gotta
have
get
what we
these
listen
women
to y'all,
out of
like
here,
what we
man.
listen to y'all do. Honestly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what, Griff? That's what Drake told me. He said, "So when are you guys gonna have ladies' night?" I'm like, Drake, we
That's what
always
I'm saying.
eat that, but that's a good one. And
We
look,
gotta, and
Janique
we gotta get
said,
we
by
gotta
the
get the
way,
talking dirt out the dog too back.
oh yeah, we definitely gotta have part two because that was hilarious, and we gotta get Griff in on that. Now, Griff, if you ain't seen none of them, go back and watch that one.
Which
We
one? What
talk after dark.
Oh,
She
talk
was
about
not
that.
nice.
Yes,
I'm gonna
we had a sexologist to join us, and I mean, she came through the door guns blazing, like she did not hold back. I mean, from start to
like
to
that
end.
usually hit you with like some cold hard good facts that you be laughing and like glad you got those.
Yeah, but before we play the game, I wanted y'all to see this comment, okay? City boys. Janique said, "I enjoyed you fellas. Hope y'all get another one." We
Yeah.
gonna definitely bring it back for the men. I think we
Yeah.
should do we got just like we do talk after dark. We definitely gotta do a Queen Talk podcast for the Kangs, Kangs,
For the Kangs.
Hey,
for the Kangs once a month
hey, big
and do it big
rain.
for the King. Yes, so that way you guys can talk, have guy talk, and the ladies will quietly be in the comments.
Yeah, and
Hold him
we
back.
get to pick which one gonna be broadcasted.
Yes, y'all get to pick. All right.
Yeah.
So King Don have a game for us to play. Since Dom is a little down today. So tell us what your game is.
Pando, to see how well you
Random.
know see how well you know each other, man.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Something
I never
different.
heard of that. Okay.
Me
Yeah, I'm
either.
about to say.
See, that's the beauty of it, right? You see how shit come together like butt cheeks?
Oh
Okay.
my God.
I thought that
Are you
was
ready?
like one of them little things, like the little. Y'all ever seen the little thing called Black Heart Revolt? The game.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, I
did.
Like
never
hard.
played
Well, I
that.
heard about
But
it.
my partner had it. It was pretty dope. Like it was like we
Yeah.
did like drinking games with that. It was funny. Like I
All
Yeah.
like
right.
Yeah,
that.
right. Look, for fellas, for guys' night, that's what we gonna do. You gotta get it though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna copy.
Look at y'all coordinating for the
You know what
Kings
I'm
night
saying? On your time. Don't play with
on
us.
our time. Look. Okay, go ahead. It's on you.
All right, this one goes to the host since you think you off the hook.
Wait, tell me the rules. Look, let me tell you this. I
I
know
gotta
I'm
go
off the
look for
hook
the
because
rules.
I was about to say because my baby brother always remind me that I'm off the hook. So this is you created this monster.
All right,
Okay.
look at this. Just a game that look at this. Just a game. I'm gonna tell you the rules, right? Just
Okay,
sum it
tell
up. I'm gonna sum it up. This just look at it. Just shows how well you know the person that you asking these questions to.
me. Okay.
Okay.
All right, look.
So
All
I
right, I'm
need to
gonna give
see
you
how
an
well
example.
I know you. Okay.
All right. Have I ever thrown up in public?
Oh my God. You know what this reminded me of? Remember Bayou Classic? Me, you, and Mac was on bourbon and you didn't want to finish your hand grenade. I drunk mine and yours
Yeah,
and
I
threw
couldn't
up
do it.
all over. Yes. But have you repeat the question again?
Have
Have
I
you ever
ever
thrown up?
thrown up in public? Now, look at that was that was the sample question though.
Yes, you have.
All right. Oh, girl, we on TV.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted me to answer it. Okay.
All right. All right. I got another. I have another one. Right.
Okay.
Do I generally sleep naked in my undies or in
Oh
a
hell
PJ?
no.
No, this
Fuck.
for all y'all. This not just for you.
All right, so we gotta answer based on what we think it
That
is
you
for
know about
you.
me.
Okay, repeat it again. Would you sleep in your birthday suit or
Do
you
I
sleeping in
generally?
shorts and
Yeah, pretty much. You gotta guess it.
I'm gonna say
Ah,
short.
I was about to say he seemed like a shorts guy too.
Shorts. What up? What you got?
Yeah.
Or boxers, like at least underwear and a tee.
All right. What you got? What you got, girl? Before I call this off, it's looking bad.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I guess it'd probably be boxing. If I'm just thinking about me, that's how I sleep.
Oh,
He said it's
yo,
looking bad. So
yeah,
You must be commando all the way then.
All the way, y'all damn. All right,
That's
next
hilarious.
question.
Man.
All right, next question. All right, what is my favorite reality TV show?
Oh shit.
Queen Talk Podcast.
All right, that girl good. Girl, you better. What's up?
See?
All right.
All right.
I know he
look
don't watch much TV. That's how I know that.
at- Shut your ass.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Man, look at name a game I installed on my phone.
Oh,
Candy Crush?
Fruit Ninja.
Oh.
No.
Some kind of Call of Duty.
Ah.
Call
All right,
of
it's a
Duty
tie.
on
It's a
your
tie.
phone?
This is a
It's
tiebreaker.
Fruit Ninja. Oh, tiebreaker. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tiebreaker between Queen Dime and Griff.
Okay.
All right. Do I know how?
I didn't know you could
properly
put
use-
Call of Duty on your phone. I'm sorry. I had to let's go back to that. You
It
could
take a
get
lot
Call
of
of Duty on your
gigabytes,
phone?
but
They
yeah.
got a lot of games. They got a lot of shit. You can get Madden, 2K, all that shit on your phone. And they even got it set up the way you can hook the controller up to your phone and play it.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the fact though. We still in the process of
Okay.
elimination.
Okay. Shit.
Do I know how to properly use chopsticks?
Hell nah. Chopstick. You know how hard it is to operate?
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, what you said, Griff?
I say yeah.
Nigga wouldn't even think I do though. I do. I can.
Man, you gotta
Right.
show.
I be chopping it up.
Yeah, I rock with Don because me and him got a lot of the same qualities. 'Cause every time I go to the Chinese spot, the people be looking at me crazy when I ask for chopsticks.
Listen, I asked for a fork. Can I have a
That's
fork?
what I'm about to say. Listen, I have tried. Now the boys have, because they always go to like the Asian spot. Like they really fool with that boba tea. That's they thing. But
Now,
they
You
get
wanna
the
believe-
little.
I ain't never tried that. I wanted to try it. I just tried mochi
Oh.
for a
Hey,
little
look
while.
at-
2 years
They
ago.
love
good.
it.
This the
That
next
shit is
card. This the next card I went on. Y'all can read this?
Do you have a hidden tattoo? Yeah.
No, look at the second
Oh,
one.
what's
See
my
what-
favorite podcast? Ah!
That's so funny.
We answered that.
He on
Queen
it.
Talk Podcast. Talk your shit
Yeah,
with
but look
Dom.
at, you know what?
the
I'm
crew.
gonna have to, cause this look at, I ain't lying. It's a big old box, bro. I'm gonna have to send y'all y'all own portion so y'all can ask me questions too.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that is-
you are. All right, y'all. Remember, don't hang up. All right. All right, guys. I hope.
almost there.
I know. We don't want to end, but we have come to the end, my friends. I
Like,
know y'all can't see me, but you can hear me. All right. I did not miss tonight, even being on the injured list. Thankfully, I have some friends in the medical field who I can definitely call. Lean, I will be calling you after this, but just know that I'm okay. Thank you guys for joining us for another week of Queen Talk Podcast. Tonight got a little heated, but in a good way. We definitely heard from the men and from the women. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us on the Queen Talk Podcast. We love you and see you guys on next Wednesday.